we take mountain pose at the top of the mat to get us going today. Feet hip distance apart, let the arms straight down by your side, but with some tension. Turn the palms in. Nice lift through the torso. Relax the shoulders up, back, and down a couple of times. A few nice exhales out through the mouth. Mountain pose, a nice sense of readiness. I like to always have the feet a little wider in mountain pose rather than the inner edges of the feet together that's sometimes taught, or symbolizing that steady base. Take it in for one more breath here. Keep exploring that sense of foundation and steadiness throughout this practice today. Inhale, lift the arms up, open the eyes if not already, big full stretch. And then exhale, forward fold, bend the knees and fold over. Take it back to downward facing dog. So walk the feet back, nice full stretch here in downward facing dog, pedal out the feet. Shake the head a little bit, yes and no. Letting this be your time to awaken for the movement of the practice. And then step the right foot in between the hands. Down dog lunge. Bring the hands to the inside of the foot. Spin the back heel down and walk your hands further out. So you've got that full reach of the spine, just like a moment before, while also getting more depth into the hips. Broaden your right knee forward and a little bit out to the side, more towards the pinky toe side of your foot. And then walk the hands back in, pick up the back heel and switch sides. Left foot forward, right foot back. However you want to get there. Bring the hands to the inside, spin the back heel down. Walk the hands out. Again, down dog lunge on the second side. So my feet are very much like warrior two here. Little turn out in that back hip. Nice full external rotation in the front. And then walk the hands in around the front foot and step backwards to plank pose. From the top of the plank, now bring the feet all the way together. Make the heels squeeze in. As you do that, squeeze the glutes. Lengthen your tailbone, tone the abdomen, look a little forward rather than straight down. Hold steady, just like in our mountain pose, but now we're in plank, still finding that open foundation. And exhale, lower flat down to the mat. Interlace the hands behind your back and lift up. Locust pose, hands bound. The more that you reach the hands back towards the heels, it should, in inverse, lift the chest and head a little bit higher up. Hold it for one more breath. And change, release, hands by your chest, by the shoulders, and push up and back, downward facing dog. Look forward to your hands and step or jump all the way to the front end of the mat. Inhale, stand up, lift the arms up to the sky. Utkatasana, bend into the knees, sit into the thighs. Chair pose or fierce pose. And then add a twist, palms together, left elbow to the outside of the thigh. Tone and turn through the abdomen, first major twist here. Try to bring the hands towards the center of the chest and the right elbow up to the sky. Untwist, stand up again. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, sit into the thighs, Utkatasana, and right into the twist, palms together. Right elbow to the outside of the left leg now. Again, untwist, stand up, lift the arms to the sky. Mountain pose, simply extend the arms down by either side. Take in a breath. Exhale, let it go. So we'll interlace the hands behind the back and then squeeze the elbows towards each other. Try to close the palms, so heel of the hand squeezes in, and then extend the arms straight. Stay here, or add that bend of the knees, sit into the thighs, like Utkatasana again, with the arms up towards the sky. Power pose, hands bound. Release the bind, stand back up. Again, lift the arms to the sky. This time lift the heels off of the ground. Try to balance at the tips of your toes. That nice strong releve. What do you have to do to engage in the core, glutes, leg muscles, whole body active to hold you here. Transfer to a squat, heels lifted, bend the knees, go all the way down, 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 down. And then sit down on your mat, boat pose. Pick up the legs, boat pose. Take it into a twisted boat pose, side to side here. Nice and slow, so hands like prayer position. Knees move opposite of the arms, just side to side. Twist 4 more times. 4, 3, good. 2, and 1. Set your feet down, hands behind you. Turn the fingers out to the side. Lift up, reverse table position. Look down the line of your belly. Take another breath, and then try to lift your hips up even a little bit higher. Stay here, or more challenge. Pull the right knee in. Shoot the legs straight up to the sky. Pull it back in and step down. Second side, left knee pulls in. Straighten, pull in, and down. Lower your hips to the ground. Let's rock and roll all the way down to our back. And then shoot your legs straight up to the sky. Leg lifts. So hands can be down along your side, or sit on them for the most support. More challenge, hands go behind your head and lift the head and shoulders up. So all of those options, and then send the legs down. Imagine the legs like they're one straight line that cannot break, so glue the inner edges of those feet together and travel up and down here. More doability in the legs. You could bend the knees or go one leg at a time. This sequence is Yoga Hour Sequence 2. Thought it'd be a nice way to get us into this new morning format, 45 hours. Power yoga, it starts really pose by pose as you've seen, right into the core section here. 2 more leg raises. And then pull the knees back into the chest. Let your head and shoulders relax if they were lifted. And rock and roll yourself all the way up and over the legs to downward facing dog. So you rock up, cross, place the hands, step, jump back, downward dog. Once in downward facing dog, lift the right leg up high into the air, 3-legged dog, and bring it all the way forward into your lunge. Come upright in the torso, lift the arms to the sky. Find that steady foundation even though it keeps changing shapes. And then hold on to the left wrist and reach more towards the right side. Bring it all back into the center. Keep the arms as is overhead. Keep holding on to the wrist and step your back foot all the way forward. And then reach again towards the right side. Adjusting, finding that balance. It's changing shapes. Bring it back to the center. Exhale, forward fold here. Inhale, half lift. Step back to plank. Lower down. Enjoy the whole flow here. Pull the chest up for cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips up and back. Second side, lift the left leg high, three-legged dog. Step it all the way through to your lunge. Build it upright. Arms to the sky. And then when you're ready, hold the right wrist, reach to the left. Nice side reach here. I always think these are hard, but they also feel so good. All right, we bring it back to center and then step the back foot forward. Join the feet together, crescent pose. You lean back over. Well done. Come back to your center. Exhale, touch down to your toes. Inhale, half lift. Plank pose. Lower flat down to the mat. Stay right here. And then extend the arms out in front of you, the feet long back behind you. This one's called topsy-turvy superhero. Lift your right arm and your left leg. So opposite lengths. Lift and squeeze, a little bit bird dog, but from your belly. And then you'll lower it down and do the second side with the left arm and the right leg. And then lower, and then it goes quicker. Lift, more like swimming, topsy-turvy. Swish, 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 side to side. Do this for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. And lower it all the way down. Press back, downward facing dog, up and back. Step the right foot forward, in between the hands. Back heel down, warrior 2, come all the way upright. From warrior 2, so our hips, shoulders turned open to the side. Interlace the hands behind the back. We've done this in 2 different positions. This is the third. Reach the hands down towards the floor, chest up towards the sky. And then again, either staying here or take head down towards the floor and arms up to the sky. Swing your head close to the right leg, right shoulder, knee, there to hug and keep each other safe. So no handed lunge. Give it one more breath on this first side. If your torso is down and forward, lift yourself back up. Everyone, release your bind. You're back to warrior 2. Side angle pose, elbow to the knee. Top arm palm down overhead. Enjoy this reach, full stretch of the top side of the body. So good. Look down at the front foot. Frame the hands, frame the foot with the hands and step back to plank. Lower down. Cobra. Downward facing dog, hips up and back. Step the left foot forward. Warrior 2, spin the back heel down, bring the torso upright, extend the arms in either direction. Good. Interlace the hands behind your back. Go for the second favorite finger, so kind of that less favored side. And then lift the chest. Remember to keep the front thigh deeply bent. Stay upright, or you can go back, head down, arms up. You're taking the head of the shoulder up towards the sky, even though it likes to droop down here. Again, if your head is down and forward, slowly, carefully lift your way back up. Careful not to find an overly dizzy stance. Release the hands, extend them out. Side angle, elbow to knee, top arm, palm down overhead. This practice should be built in a way that you find many things doable, a few things difficult, and we get to kind of pick our path all throughout. Let's work in today. Look down at the front foot. Again, hands frame the foot. Step back to plank. Lower down. Cobra. And downward facing dog. Jump feet to the hands. Or walk. Half lift. Forward fold. Stand, reach the arms to the sky. And palms together, center of the chest. Take it in. You've done a lot. 30 strong minutes of movement. We've got a little bit more. Take a wide stance facing the long side of your mat. Extend the arms out. Big star position. I lied, that was only 15 minutes. We've got even more time, so much more fun. Turn the right toes out, look out over the fingertips. Triangle pose, reach as far as you can, and then take right hand down, left arm up. Two straight arms, two straight legs, nice long spine. Imagine leaning the head, shoulders back into the pillow. You are supported. You have foundation. Come back all the way upright. Switch your toes. Gaze out over the left fingertips. Ready to go? Go for it. Triangle pose, second side. Sometimes we move quicker, sometimes slower. Slow it down here. Slow the pose, slow the breath. Enjoy it one by one. Inhale, stand up. Go back to the first side. Set up like triangle pose, but now turn that back foot in even more. Rotate the shoulders, the hips to face the front leg, and reach the arms up to the sky. Interlace the hands behind your back. If you are not interlacing, try palm over palm behind your back. Try hands down by your side. You could even go all the way towards reverse prayer for a more challenging position of the hands. Now first, long spine, look up. And then exhale, forehead towards your mid-shin. Try to reach all the way over and down. You might notice the front leg likes to kind of droop down in the hip. Try to pull up so that the back hip can do the work to rotate around and down. Lift up on your kneecaps, really tone in the quads. That's going to support you. Press through the back foot a lot so that you can inhale here and stand back upright in the torso. Release any bind you have in the hands for a moment and rotate the feet on over to the second side. Again, if we start hips open like triangle pose, then we're going to take it a little bit more. Keep turning the back toes until the hips, shoulders can face all the way over the extended front leg. Get Hand positions, interlace behind your back. Go palm over palm, hands to the waist, reverse prayer, all of the options. Inhale, lift up, look up first. Give all of that length over the front leg. Push through your front big toe, back outer heel. Equal embrace there. Again, front hip, pull it up and back hip around and down. Press through the back leg, help yourself out as you inhale, stand up. Bring the feet back parallel to one another. Extend the arms out towards either side. Big full star pose. Good. Let's make the fingertips touch. Bend the knees a lot. Step or jump. Feet to the middle. Excellent job. Come stand at the front end of the mat. Lift both arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Keep your left foot forward now and step your right foot back into a low lunge. As if you're going to a standing split, I want you to shift your weight forward, hands down, front foot down so that the right leg can lift way high into the sky, and then you're going to let it float right back down to the mat. Do this 2 more times. Shift your weight forward, lift the back leg up. Then with control, try to fight gravity a little bit to let it lower back down. And you do it 1 more time. Shift forward, lift the leg. This time, change to half moon pose. So the left hand stays down. Open the hips, shoulders, the torso more towards the side. And lift the right arm. Gradually change your focus from the floor to the side, up to the sky. And this is going to get trickier still. Pull that right knee into the body. Stand up like you're in mountain pose, but standing on one leg. Pull the right leg up with you. Take the hands, hold to the front of the shin, under the thigh. Or even more challenging, down, hold on to the bottom of your foot. Straighten the leg, kick it out, straight in front of you. Bend the knee again. Stand on 2 feet, back to that steady foundation. Mountain pose. Second side, inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, touch down to the mat. Keep the right foot forward, step your left foot back into your low lunge. Okay, be more playful here, 3 times. Weight forward, hands down, lift the left leg like standing split. But just for a moment, and then you lay it back down. Step forward, lift. And into the low lunge. Remember, 3rd time, we're going to keep it up. Lift. And then open to your side. Moon, half moon. Right hand stays down, left arm, left leg up. Maybe change your focus. Head looks to the side or even up towards the sky. Tone the abdomen to help you out. Think, I am mountain pose. Pull that left knee into the chest. Stand. Lift the torso upright. Pull the left knee up and in with you. Again, hands can wrap front or under the thigh. Stay and work with those options, or hand to the foot. If the leg is free to go straighter, kick it out. If you're wobbling, stay with your focus, bring it back. Try again. We all fall. Biggest part of life, getting back up. Stand on 2 feet, mountain pose. Hands down by your side. I've got this. You've got this. Utkatasana. Bend the knees, sit into the thighs. Good old power pose. We've been here. We're taking it again. Keep the arms extended. Take the hands all the way down to the thighs here, even elbows down to the thighs so that you're low. Cross your right ankle over the left thigh. Stay low in the legs. Remember, always trying to do this post-run on wobbly legs and body. Find the steadiness in it now. And then we want to try to pick this leg up and stand up for flying or standing pigeon pose. Just pick up the leg with you as you lift the torso. Good. Set it back down, ankle over the thigh. And now build the torso down to the floor, like in that standing split where you had to have fingertips down with the freedom of the back leg. Here again, fingertips down, torso folded over. Stay here, breathe. That big opening in the outer hip. Bring the hands back to the leg and set it down. Stand up, straight legs. Lift the arms. Utkatasana, bend the knees, sit into the thighs. Second side. Pick up the left ankle, cross it over the right leg. Full external rotation there. We take the hands down to the thighs. Pause. And then try picking up the leg with you to stand. Keeping the full rotation in the hip as much as possible. Knee, ankles have to play along with you. You'll set it back down. The leg gets the foundation. Add the foundation, the hands, fingertips, as far down to the floor as possible here. It's a big reach, I know. See what happens. And then carefully make your way out of the pose, 2 feet to the ground. From mountain pose, again, lift the arms up to the sky. Utkatasana, bend the knees, sit into the thighs. Challenging, long balance series here. That's the point of it. Left toes, tap them back behind you. So back leg straight, just tap the left toes down. Bring your torso all the way over in a straight line parallel to the ground. And now lift that back leg up, tap it down, lift it up, tap it down, lift it up and stay. Into your twisted half moon, left arm down, right arm up to the sky. And into downward facing dog, 2 hands down, step it back. Step the right foot forward again into your low lunge. Bring the hands to the inside of your foot and take it down, flat palms, bend the elbows, or all the way down to the forearms in forearm or humble warrior. I don't know about y'all, but anytime I start getting into those big hip openers and asks, breath gets heavy. Remember, open the mouth, let it go on the exhale, it'll help. Release the labor. Walk the hands back up, plank pose. Lower down to the mat, peel the chest up for cobra. Downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward. We're going to do these in reverse order. So go into forearm lunge first. Hands to the inside. Walk it down, flat palms, bend the elbows. That might be your stopping point, or we're taking it all the way forearm to forearm. Maybe even close the eyes for a couple of breaths. Let it all come in and wash out. Walk it back up to the hands. Step back to downward facing dog. Here, I want you to look in between your hands. Do a jump up. Stand up, lift the arms to the sky. Utkatasana, bend the knees, sit into the thighs. Tap the right toes back behind you. Hinge forward more in the torso. Looking straight down, maybe 2 feet out in front of that front foot. And then lift the back toes up. Tap it down, lift it up. Good work in low back and glutes there, hamstrings. Lift up, stay up. Right hand down, left hand to the sky. Twist and turn through the abdomen for this twisted half moon pose. And this time around, both hands back down. Just step both feet together, still there up at the top end of the yoga mat. And change, downward facing dog. Step it back. Lower down to your knees. Cat and cow here. Let the spine move back and forth. Back and forth. Come upright to kneeling and take your thumbs so they touch behind the small of the back. Squeeze your glutes. Push the top of your feet down to the mat. Squeeze the elbows in towards each other. First stage of camel. Look up to where the wall and ceiling meet one another. Make sure this first stage is doable. It's working for you. Only change to the more difficult thing if it makes sense for you. Then the hands change here. Now the thumbs point out towards either side, fingers down towards the floor. So this is more ask in the wrist. Everything else stays the same. Still good here. We're going to drop back into the thighs a little bit and reach the hands down to your heels. As you grip around your heels, puff the chest up, puff the belly up. Keep looking up towards the sky. Don't drop the head back. Make a few double chins. Keep looking up. And then one at a time, walk the hands back up. And go back over, all fours, and into cat and cow. Change again. Here, you come back up to kneeling. Step the right foot forward. Just even that step forward, let's try it one more time. Bring the knees back together. Should throw you off balance for that moment that you have to catch back to foundation. Step it forward. And then let the hips move down and forward. This front knee can go past the line of the ankle, but keep the foot flat on the ground. Hands either to the front of the thigh. It's real easy for me to feel as though I'm kind of dumped and heavy down into belly and hips here. Come up a couple of inches from your low point. Bring the energy, the lift, the weight of the body a little bit higher. Stretch the arms up to the sky. Try to keep that feeling of lift even as you lower back down into the hips. Release the hands back down. More upright. And flick the right foot back. And again to the second side. Step the left foot forward. Step it back. Step it forward. Keep it there. Send the hips low down and forward. And I like to find that low point, really sink in. Keep the foot flat. Again, knee can go straight over the second and third toes. Works on the deeper flexion in the ankle, Achilles heel. And then we're going to come out of that a little bit so that we can get some of the weight to lift up. Lift the arms. I'll always know if I did this first, all of the good stretch, all that side body reach that we did in the beginning, so that the back bends don't give an achy back later today or tomorrow. Gotta stay up, up, up. Lower the hands either side of the front foot. Pull it all the way back to a kneeling position. Take one more camel pose. You choose the hands. Is it fingers down, fingers wrapped around the sides? Look up to where wall and ceiling meet each other. It's only when the thighs dip back a little bit that changes to look up towards the sky. Find your heels or don't, meaning the hands can stay at the waist. Carefully come back upright. Through all fours, downward facing dog. Last big down dog stretch. Make this downward facing dog a little bit wider than normal, like hands, feet out to the outer edges of the mat, really trying to stretch big side to side. Change to plank, lower down to the belly, and flip over onto the back. Pull the knees into the chest here. Give yourself a well-deserved thanks for 40 minutes of movement. We've got 5 more minutes together. Squeeze in. And in these last 5 minutes, the job is to let the pose do the work. Keep your mind soft and aware, but not getting in the way. Soles of the feet down to the mat. Cross the right ankle over the left. Point the knee out to the side. We had to do this from a standing balance, so easy peasy here. Hands can just drape out to a T shape. Maybe pull that left leg in, enhance, stretch a little bit more. If your left foot is pulled up, set it back down, and then keeping the leg crossed over, you're going to send the left knee down to the ground, over towards the right side. This one's called double diamond. The shape of in between the legs and that back heel, making diamonds. It's a good psoas release. Bring it back to your center. Let the right foot go down. Cross the left leg over. Easy figure 4 shape. Maybe the right leg comes up for a bit. Again, kind of just reaping rewards of the movement that led into the release now. Right foot goes back down, over to double diamond. You send the right knee more towards the left side, keeping the hook of the left foot over the thigh. Pull it all back to your center. Stretch the arms overhead, feet long, get as tall as you can. And take this into a crescent shape. So if you walk both legs over towards the left side, cross the right ankle over the left, and then reach the arms towards the left as well. Make a banana, crescent shape in the body on the ground. Bring it back to the center, walk the legs over, do it on the second side. The left ankle crosses over the right. Lean both arms more towards the right. And it all comes back into the middle. Any last bits of unwinding movement, this is your time for it. There's an inversion that you enjoy at the end of the active practice. You can add that here. The only inversion I practice these days is this one, just legs straight up. That's a fib. Down dog is an inversion. And there's lots of inversions throughout the practice, but when I say that, most folks referring to headstand, shoulder stand, handstand, those sorts of things. From that last unwinding movement or pose, then find your Shavasana. You can lie on your back or take a seat of meditation. And orienting to the foundation. What part of the body is against the ground, letting that steady you. Take your time now to come back to a seated position. Gather the goodness of this movement and practice in your hands, thumbs to the sternum. May the space you created for yourself in this practice, the foundation, the awareness, carry with you in the rest of the day and melt off to others as well. I'll send us out in the sound of Om. Feel free to sing along, listen, or tune it out. Deep breath in. Full gratitude. Thank you for your practice. All right, friends, I hope you liked